Hello, this is not a spring chicken when it comes to news. Boy, we were always curious about those politicians. We thought they were delusional, but now we're discovering they may just be totally out of touch. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? We're going to bring Oldecam on with comments and headlines of
I understand from people now that basically don't live 24 hours a day in Washington, D.C. and are not in that bubble, that they think that these politicians, including the president, sincerely believe that the country is turned around, that what they're doing is work, because they really don't get out among the people. The president only goes out to staged events, so he doesn't know. And if anybody stands up to him and says something sucks, he simply says, they tell him it's a person that's a malcontent that doesn't appreciate all the things that the party has done for him.
So they're really that out of touch, but aren't they reading the polls?
They don't look at the polls. When they say they don't read the polls, they absolutely mean. Heard last night when I think one of the Democrats reporters that doesn't work out of Washington said, these people do not read the polls anymore.
Because, you know what? Because they didn't like what they were saying, so they just started ignoring the polls.
Because the polls were all wrong, because they knew that what they were doing was right.
So here's part of it is they really do think that people want what they're doing then.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. Well, the Democrats have a new logo and a new slogan. Change that matters.
I know. That's what they're talking about. You would think this is delusional. They created a logo that looks like Target sign. That one that Target has, except they put a D in it. And the slogan is basically a rebranding of Obama's thing, which everybody in the nation but the Democratic Party seemed to know didn't work. The change is not what people wanted.
Obama's $110 million stimulus for L.A. created or saved a total of 55 jobs.
That's right.
But Obama and Biden claim it was a great success.
Here's the thing again. They said, those are people that spend money, so what is the big deal? Well, it costs $2 million per job. They said they could have went out and hired 50 some more people and give them $1 million apiece. But they said why the people are pissed off, which they can't understand, is the money went to pension plans and stuff. This is what it is. The majority of Obama's stimulus money did not go to hiring people. It didn't go to shovel-ready projects. It went to buck up the failed pension plans of union members. And basically, all it did was they're replacing money that was taken out of it.
You mean they're replacing money that was taken out to fund campaigns?
That's right.
Obama. So what if the infrastructure bank is a union set? So what if the infrastructure bank is a union set aside? They spend their money like anyone else.
I know. And the problem is that the law specifically says 25% of all the jobs the government takes has to go to small contractors that are not union. And they're generally not union. Obama has said only contractors that are union shall get any of the set-asides. But since they do spend their money, they said they go to Walmart, they go to Kmart, and they asked, have you ever been to a Walmart or Kmart? And he said, well, no, but union members go. And he said, if you don't go, why should they go? And they don't go to Walmarts and Kmarts. They go to the higher end stores mostly because they make more money than other people.
What is a union set-aside?
A union set-aside is basically, it's for union work only.
Oh.
It's illegal. They told him absolutely illegal. They have told him it's illegal.
And for the third time in a year, Obama needs yet another $20 billion to fund Obamacare.
They said it comes to like a $75 billion he has erred on. How much, we're talking there's $75 billion off on just the startup expenses. Multiply that to when they actually start doing anything with the program. $75 billion more than what they appropriated to make it, just to do the infrastructure startup, and it's not done yet.
Democrats to voters, you may hate us, but the GOP is worse.
That's what I mean, how they figured the problem is that they're not. This morning I read again. They said that that just because the Tea Party has taken all these things doesn't mean that anybody is going to vote for the Tea Party, because they know how bad things were to the Republicans. And I also had some point out this morning another Democrat who's basically getting enchanted. One that doesn't live in the Beltway said, you have to understand that 9 out of every 10 votes cast in Delaware was for a Tea Party candidate. 9 out of every 10 votes.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, they only had 110,000 people voted in the Delaware thing, and about 100,000 of them voted for Tea Party candidates. They said they're pissed off with the politicians. They're also pissed off with the older people. You know, people that basically swore they wouldn't run more than 2 terms are there for like 6 or 7 terms, and
yeah, right. Like they were going to be there for 2 terms.
It's a total unhappiness. That's what I mean. The people in Washington, D.C. do not get out of their bubble, and they do not. They think the Democrats will, the Republicans are, there's disenchantment with the Republicans, and when we're able to get our message through the Republican, media, well, they don't really understand the Democrats control the media because they don't leave Washington, D.C.
And more, House Democrats call for tax cuts for all.
Well, it is now over the bubble that they need. Pelosi is basically is backing down, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of how long the tax cuts are to go for, because she is now on the losing side. She brings it up for a vote. The Republicans have enough vote to swing theirs now, but they're also talking. This is a good one. Well, this man couldn't possibly veto it. Well, yeah. They said when he comes back after the recess, he's planning to double down yet again. He's going to do cap and tax. He's going to do card check and more social legislation because the Democrats don't care. And he knows when it comes to spending issues, he's got 2 Republicans in his back pocket on every spending issue.
Mm-hmm. And Democrats plan to justify giving illegal immigrants a free college education by giving everyone in the country a college education for free.
Yeah, and you know how they're going to pay for it? They're going to raise taxes on those people, once again, that unjustly profited.
Yeah, all those people that unjustly profited.
And
right.
anybody whose business does $200,000 a year or more unjustly profited.
And I love this one. Obama changes global warming to global climate disruption.
Because they said that global warming didn't work any better than the last one, because when you're freezing your rear end off, and we got abnormally cold weather, you got water. We will
attest to that one.
Yeah, the people. It's hard to sell global warming, no matter the temperature is rising around the world. And then the fact that a lot of people my age can't read. They know that they lied about all kinds of things. And when you lie, it's when you cry wolf, it's basically, anybody remember Peter and the Wolf? When you cry wolf, people don't believe you the next time.
That's the problem. Karl Rove, Juan Williams, Fred Barnes, Morton Conracki, and others call it over for the Republicans in the fall elections.
Yeah, but the trick is, they're all women candidates that they hate. All of them are women candidates.
Oh.
Isn't that something? They're calling them loony. They're calling them out of the mainstream. Well, they're all Washington insiders, too, and the problem, like Kirsten Powers last night, basically was really a left-wing Democrat, but doesn't work out of Washington, and she said that they do not know what's going on outside of their bubble. They think that a person that's not mainstream isn't what the people want. They want people that aren't mainstream anymore. And then, if a Tea Party person says they believe in God, it makes them out of the mainstream of Washington, D.C. now.
What?
Yeah. They said they had a leadership conference in Washington, D.C. last night that was condemned by all of the liberals in Washington, D.C. These people are religious zealots. They want to do this, they want to do that. Well, it doesn't make any difference what they want to do. They don't have enough votes to do it. But since when is your religious belief supposed to be held against you for elected office now?
Mm-hmm. And Obama now has rebranded Obamacare as Affordable Care Act.
I know, isn't that a good one? Because they don't want to say health insurance, because basically everybody's going to pay higher premiums, and they don't want to mention anything else but affordable. Now there's no mention of health care whatsoever. It is just the Affordable Care Act, which they all know out of Washington isn't affordable, but the Democrats, they think it is.
Oh, and this is for all those people that think because you call it affordable that it is? Yeah.
That's right.
Obama gains momentum in fight over tax cut extensions. Republicans expected to cave into his demands.
I know. That was this morning's headlines. This is following the headlines from Nancy Pelosi's 1 and 2 assistants, which is Denny Hoyer and her personal assistant, up there, I think their whip or something, that she's willing to deal now. It's not a matter of dealing. It's a matter of 1 year or 2. Republicans want a permanent extension. The Democrats are talking 2 years. She wants 1. And did that sound like Obama has won the day?
And Afghans vote amid threats and scattered attacks.
Well, yeah, they said they got to admire the Afghans that are going out to vote, knowing that Obama is going to, basically we're talking less than a year, the military is going to be there to protect them.
Oh, really?
Yep.
And the EPA told gas drilling taints water.
I know, isn't that amazing that they managed to come up with that little thing, that the water supply is being ruined by people that are drilling for even natural gas.
Oh, really? And a Monty Bubble isn't from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
And here's one that is really for the people in Washington, D.C. If you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's hard to say that you never did it.